Welcome to Orlando, Florida, today at Camping World Stadium for what ought to be a terrific matchup in the Staff DNA Cure Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Missouri State Bears, taking on a team from the MAC, the Toledo Rockets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bears offense takes the field. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
And it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel it.
There he goes. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. And so much for feeling each other out for a few plays. These guys come out spinning it.
All gas, no brakes. Come in and spin the magic bean on the opening play of the game, taking a shot. Doesn't get better than that if you're this quarterback.
That last big play has them in position to threaten here. 1st and 10 from the 37. Might be changing the route. Clark wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Let's take a moment and think Missouri State. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a 3-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this 3-star offensive lineman who is very highly recruited, that was a massive win for this head coach.
And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to keep it in the air. Working that wide receiver screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. All right, guys, let's talk just a little about Missouri State. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Missouri State. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Toledo Rockets offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We just need to see what they do today.
Let's talk for a second about Toledo. Can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like this that can run at the linebacker spot, it can upgrade your roster immediately.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Dropping back, it's Gleason. Oh, they're after him. Here's the pressure. Unleashes one. Got him downfield. Gets away from one. He's got space. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Guys, let's chat about Toledo. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week. And you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools. And this is a guy that you can build around that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Gives it on the option. Hard running there. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Pulls and fires complete. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Going for 6. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Gets it out quickly. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
From the red zone for the score. Extra point here will tie the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Clark to fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It's caught downfield. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Some early drama here. We're all even at the end of one of this postseason showdown. Let's take a look at the stats so far. They've got a first down here to open the period. Running back searching for a hole. At midfield, he's got room. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Let's take a moment and think Missouri State. For programs at this level, they are regularly fighting off the big school for diamonds in the rough, but it looks as if they won this battle with a commitment from a 3-star receiver, Jesse.
He just thought he had better opportunities on and off the field here at this program, and he's going to get a lot of chances to make plays early. With his talent, expect him to start right away, and if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to be trying to find ways to get this 3-star the ball.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle from Wills.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That's caught. It's Lawrence. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
That's why you got to study your playbook. For all young quarterbacks out there watching, you're not always going to be able to throw it to the intended target. You've got to know where your check down options are because you're going to get hit at some point. You've got to be able to get rid of it. Nice job understanding the playbook.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. The change now on 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. They just keep firing. He's got the tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
The give to the back. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Powers through. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Bears started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. With the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bears! That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Out of bounds, stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, and now they feel like they have room to operate. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Jones. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Looking for a man. It's Gleason. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Got the quick pass. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
To the air on first down. Get it out on the screen. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Motion from the wideout. Clark wants to throw. Working that left side now. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. Second down coming up. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He'll try it again. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
So now it's second and long. To the air, it's Gleason. Gets it out fast. He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And the Rockets moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Got his man downfield. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Rockets have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Rockets! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So here comes the Missouri State offense. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dick.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Clark to fire. Rushes on him. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback making adjustments. Shotgun snap on third down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Robinson. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Going for the big play. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, several notable storylines there, and a first half of a Cure Bowl that absolutely had its moments. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Cure Bowl.
Got it in the middle. It's Crosby. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Gleason. Using the quick game. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Crosby. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab, it's Holland. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And the Rockets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. The play action fake. Got a man, it's Jones. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Handoff from the gun. Jukes his way for more. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Well, the offense is trying to run the counter play into the boundary. Those pulling linemen, though, actually led extra linebackers to the point of attack, and as a result, they were able to get a tackle for loss.
Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Bringing the heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But 4th and short. Now, decision time.
Smashes it between the uprights. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the 3rd.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Bear offense. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. The run to the left. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he was able to run through a tackle. They finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Clark wants to throw. Quickly complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
Man, this thing's starting to snowball now in a bad way for this offense. 2nd interception in as many drives. This quarterback has got to be able to turn the page and make better decisions.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Rockets can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets to give. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Now on first down from the 30. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Crosby. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. At the end of 3, and we've got a chance to have a postseason classic on our hands. Let's take a look at the stats so far. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Got his man quickly. Ripping through the defense. Touchdown, Toledo. They've got the lead here in the 4th. like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Missouri State offense. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Clark to fire. Hines is tight end. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He's got an open man. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Let's see what they've got on second down. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw again. Right on the money. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
He'll try to get it through the air. Dumps it to the back. Caught over the middle. It's Lawrence. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, a field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up 1st and goal.
Clark wants to throw. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
Just don't feel like the quarterback's in a rhythm so far. He's had accuracy issues. That last throw was underthrown, but we've seen bad decisions. Trying to force the football in places it just shouldn't go, and that's why he's already thrown multiple interceptions.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top. He wants it all. Touchdown, Missouri State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. It's Rudolph. Oh, what a cut! Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. And the Rockets will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on top. They want to run it left here. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Finds a little space. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Clark to fire. Makes the catch. It's Robinson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Man, I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Going to swing it on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Decisions, decisions, decisions. If you're the quarterback right now, that's the most important thing. You cannot put the football in harm's way. Tie football game late, but with these timeouts in your back pocket, you've got an opportunity to drive the field and win this thing. You just cannot throw the ball to the other team.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Bears will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Rockets offense is back on the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
To the air, it's Gleason. Gets open down the middle. He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Rockets will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quick completion on the out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Making side adjustments here. Looking to fire. Finds a tight end. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on 1st down. Get it out to the supersonic guy.
This quarterback looks in complete control, not flustered, end-of-the-game situation, connecting on his passes. Nice job knowing his answers. Got to keep this rolling here to try to make this thing interesting.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Clark wants to throw. Release to the back. Grab near the sticks. It's Lawrence. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. With the ball marked down at the 33, that'll leave them with a 50-yard attempt to try to win this game. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
First play of the first possession of OT. They'll leave it with him. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Gleason. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Here comes 1st and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. Got his man on the outside. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Rocket. They strike first here in overtime. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
First down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Looking to throw on first down. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
To the air on second down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The screen, by definition, is slow developing. That was just a little too slow.
Yeah, quarterback just held on to it a split second too long. You want to invite the rush to you as a quarterback when you're executing that play, but you've got to be able to get rid of it, and you've got to be able to negotiate the rush and somehow, some way, find a way to get that receiver or running back the ball in his hands. The QB couldn't get it done.
Fourth and long, and they have to pick it up to keep their chances alive. He might want another play. On fourth down, looking for the completion. And they pick it off. You can't give it away in overtime. And that will put a stamp on it. A game-deciding play as they seal it with a pick. The drama built throughout this game, memorable plays, and then finally the gut-wrenching loss at the end in overtime.
This coaching staff is going to look back at the overtime, and they're going to wish they had called some different plays. They had some things set up, but ultimately, with games like this, they come down to the wire. You got to be able to dial up plays to win. I don't think this coaching staff did a great job.
And it's so frustrating to get to this point and make enough plays to be